Welcome to In the Know with AARP Mo. I'm Sheila Holm, Community Outreach Director for AARP Missouri. On August 4th, Missouri voters will go to the polls and cast their vote for Amendment 2, Medicaid expansion. AARP Missouri wants you to be in the know on Amendment 2 before you head to the polls. So to provide us some information and details on Amendment 2, Jay Hardenbrook, Advocacy Director for AARP Missouri, is with us today. Thanks for joining me, Jay. Okay, so why don't we start at the very beginning? What is Medicaid and who qualifies for coverage?
Well, Missouri's Medicaid system covers several groups of people. Children are by far the majority, and that's because we have such a generous system for children. They're eligible up to 300% of the federal poverty level, though they do have to pay premiums as they get up into those higher levels. Half of all births in the state of Missouri, so pregnant women, are covered. And then also parents are covered, but only up to $200 per month of income. So you can imagine that's a very small amount of money if you're paying rent, childcare, and then also having to cover your own health insurance. And then older and disabled Missourians are also covered up to about $800 a month. Though there are spend down provisions if someone desperately needs long-term care and their income is just a little too high that they can spend money basically on their own care until they get down to that low poverty level.
So it sounds like we've got good coverage for lots of people. So why do we need to expand Medicaid?
Well, there's actually a couple important points here. First of all, adults without children don't get coverage under the Missouri Medicaid system at all. So if you're, say, an empty nester and you have zero income and you're not disabled or over the age of 65, you are not eligible for Missouri Medicaid, no matter how little you make. But second, there's something called the coverage gap. So even parents at that just over $200 a month level, if they're making $250 a month, say, and they can't get Medicaid, if they go to purchase on the exchange, they won't get any of the subsidies that are available. Those don't start until you're at the actual federal poverty level. So if someone making $250 a month and someone making $350,000 a year go into the exchange, they're going to wind up spending the exact same amount on health insurance.
So wow to that. So providing health care to more people definitely sounds like the right thing to do, but it does sound expensive.
Yeah, and this is the thing that's sort of counterintuitive, but so incredible about Medicaid expansion under the Affordable Care Act. It actually winds up saving the state money. And similar states to Missouri, like Arkansas, Kentucky, have actually seen huge savings after expanding their programs. Arkansas actually passed a tax cut after they expanded coverage because of how much money they were saving. So the federal government covers 90% of that expansion population, of the cost of that expansion population. So the state of Missouri only winds up paying 10%. And many Missourians who are currently covered under our more expensive system, that 60-40 match, which is what we have under the rest of our Medicaid program, such as pregnant women, for example, would now be able to be covered under this expansion population. And then also Missourians who are disabled, if they don't need long-term care, it really makes a lot more sense for them to just be under the typical Medicaid health insurance program. If all they really need is health insurance, then they don't have to prove their disability. They don't have to prove that they don't have enough assets in the bank, and they don't have to go through the whole spend down process. So a lot of those people who are currently being covered under that disability program would actually wind up being covered under this program as they enroll in the future. So experts expect that we'll actually save about $100 million a year in state dollars, even though we're covering another 200,000 people under the Medicaid program.
So that's a really good figure. So for those that have coverage already, will their expenses go up?
Well, the short answer to that is no. Health services are not a finite resource. Obviously, more people are coming through the system to become nurses, social workers, doctors every year. And in other states, similar to Missouri, they've actually seen decreases in healthcare costs after they've expanded coverage.
So for more people seeking medical care, how will that impact us when we go to our doctors? Are we going to be able to get in?
Well, based on what we've seen in Arkansas and Kentucky, two states that not only border Missouri but have very similar populations, we can actually expect there to be more access to coverage under expansion, not less. We've actually seen that Missouri healthcare professionals are moving to these other states. They're being recruited to move there and to start working in their healthcare systems. At the same time, we've seen 10 rural hospitals in the state of Missouri shut down. And that is greatly due to the lack of Medicaid expansion in the state of Missouri. So it's almost the opposite. By not expanding Medicaid, we've reduced the amount of health services we have in the state of Missouri. And really the only way to stop that bleeding and to bring those services back is to expand Medicaid under the Affordable Care Act.
This has really been informative, Jay. Where can people go if they want to find out more information about Amendment 2?
Well, of course, the first place to go is our website. So that's aarp.org/mo, aarp.org/mo. But Missourians can also go to the Yes on 2 campaign website, which is yeson2, that's the number 2.org, yeson2.org.
Great. This has really been informative, Jay. I want to thank you, Jay Hardenbrook, Advocacy Director for AARP Missouri, for keeping us in the know on Amendment 2.
Happy to do it.
Thank you. And if you have a topic idea for another segment of In the Know with AARP Mo, you can email us at aarpmo@aarp.org. And so I'd like to thank you for watching and encourage you to vote yes on Amendment 2 on August 4th.